Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd... Taking a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw. 6-6 bullet high. Hey, alpha. Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He's checking.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
General West.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Hey, Steve 6. 55's my guy, 55. Coming. 49, check. Topper. Hey, orbit. Hey. Head up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Haywood. Yo, shoot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready. AT Gator. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll run on first down. Ayers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Check. Hey, Charlie. Check. Yo, go. Now.
2nd and 11. This one complete to Scott Miller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On third down, Ayers. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Redskins' 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd
and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 55. Hey, Echo. 55 for Mike. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, check Mike. Watching you 5.
2nd and 5. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Watch the twist. Now. Right there in the middle. 55. Come for you. Get it.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Protein spill. Hey, high 7. Check 26. Check safety. Sponge. Shoot.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. The Redskins with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. The Redskins with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up.
Hey, box truck.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long.
Hey, exit. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Ready, snap.
Looking to throw. Street. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Scott Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Check Mike. Slam. 61, matchbox right. Go. Ready?
Back to throw. Street. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Greystone, travel. 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Let's go,
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
I got you. 5.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Pull it high. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check 3. Check smooth. 3. Hey, check Mike. Watching you five. Yep. Coming to you. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready. Mike 5-4. Let's set it. You draw Corker. Go.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At that 18-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
General West.
Now a run with Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Redskins 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll look to throw here, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Scott Miller with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as the Bears push further out in front. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Hey, Delta. Hey, just
looking to throw. Street. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Check 9, check 9.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 73 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
22 is coming, 22 is coming, Mike. All day, punk.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. Switch.
On the carry, it's Cook. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Throwing on first down. Street. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's just me and you. Deuce.
6-6. Pull it.
They run. Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go.
Hey, exit.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Mike's 54. Mike.
And the blitz does come.
Here we go.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bears. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set, ready, 10 Lobo.
Eat. What's the run? They're running it. Check.
Hey, zoom. Cut up.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught by Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Baby, that's a baby shot. Showing it, showing it. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno.
Go.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
64, reach. Check. Right.
Check, hot, hot, hot. Back. Kill.
Rock it.
They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Come on, set. 30 base. Hey, Alpha.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Speed driven.
From the gun, Street. Steps away to his left. It's caught, Jones. And they work this out past the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Here we go, set. 10-2 stop.
Don't get nervous now.
22 jet bomber. Ready.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
On the ready.
Watch with the 7. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch the safety cream.
Protein spill.
Again, it's Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And it brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Squeeze. Hey. 5.
Operating from the gun. Street. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Got it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Single.
Get it.
On 4th down, Street. Going to throw right side here, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Let go.
From the gun, Street. Caught by Jones. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
15.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Over.
Operating from the gun, Street. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Street setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Cook. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And the Redskin 1st down.
Check. Check 3.
Hard.
Begin.
Look at me. Zipper. Let's go. Snap.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the
Now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A 5-yard touchdown run as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
You see me? You see me? They can't.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Just like that. Just like that.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Line 55.
Yep.
55.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Complete to Hilton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
55, my guy, 55.
Go. 5.
They'll set up to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A gain of 6 there on first. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
2nd and 4. Looking deep for Hilton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
High 7.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm coming after you.
On 4th down, Street. Jones has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Let's get it.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This a long one from 54. And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.